everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for this week, August 3rd. August 3rd already. Welcome. I am excited to be with you all for our live this week. So I'm just going to give it a minute for all of you to find me here. I'm going to make sure I'm live here in the right spot as well. And we will get started in just a couple of minutes here. So if you are joining me live, please comment and tell me hello and let me know that you are live with me. And then we will get going here in just a couple minutes. So I'm hoping the storms hold out because it looks kind of stormy out here in Mount Pleasant. So I'm really hopeful that my internet doesn't do crazy things on me. So anyway, but welcome everyone to our Touch Base Thursday Facebook Live for this week. Again, if you are joining me, please comment and tell me hello. And we will get started here in just a couple minutes. There are the comments coming in. I was beginning to wonder. I'm like, nobody's commenting. Hi, Shelby. Hello, Kay. Welcome, ladies. Okay. So now I just got to figure out. I always have to figure out what I'm doing because I started using my iPad now for this, now that I figured out how to do it. And so I need to figure out how to make sure I can see all of your comments. 1 second. There we go. Yay! All right, there they come in. Okay, so hello to Kay and Shelby and Pat. Welcome everyone to our Facebook Live for this week. So a few things that I have in the way of some announcements and stuff before we get started. Hello to Mary. So any of you that are part of my monthly club, your kits went out today for July. And I'm going to beg you all and thank you for your patience with me. I knew I was not going to be able to get them out before the end of Fair Week or before Fair Week started. So they went out today. I prepped them all last night and dropped them off. And they all went out today. So any of you that are part of my BB Monthly Club, or if you just get one of my regular classes, they all went out. Tutorials are going to be going out via email today and or probably tonight or tomorrow, depending on how far I get. So I'm going to be honest, but you'll get it before your class arrives to you. So anyway, excited to have all that out. So true story. I use Pirate Ship for all of my mailings. And last night with all of the stuff that I had to send, because it was like 2 weeks of mailings, maybe 2.5 weeks, $200 is what I spent in postage. And I was like, oh my goodness. But in a way, it also made me very happy because that meant I had a lot of kits going out and a lot of you are going to have smiles on your faces when you get your things. So anyway, excited for that. Hello to Janet. Hello to Philomena. Yes, Mary, be looking for your kit because it is on its way to you. And those of you that had started with me at the very beginning, which Mary, you're one of them, there is a cute little bag of goodies inside of that bag for you this month. Anybody who was with me for the first 6 months, and when you're with me for 6 consecutive months, you get a goodie bag of surprises and stuff in it. So that is also in that bag this time. So hello to Cindy and Nancy, and so welcome everyone. So anyway, Fair Week was a very stressful week. I'm going to give you a quick little update. It was so hot. We had pigs that were overheating. We actually had to have Dr. Pohl come and look at our pigs. I know I've got some Dr. Pohl fans out there. And they were overheated, and so we had to give them Gatorade with a squirt. We had to mix Gatorade and put Gatorade in a bottle with some aspirin and shake it up and dissolve the aspirin and give the pig Gatorade on a regular basis to help it get rehydrated. And we were having a fan on it and a spray bottle. For a while there, we were a little concerned with one of our pigs. It was touch and go for one of Natalie's pigs. But of course, Natalie's at work, couldn't leave, so Claire, her wonderful sister, came to her rescue, took care of her pig, and really made sure that it was taken care of and all of that. But it was so hot and miserable in those barns. We went and got a fan. So it was the hottest Fair Week that I can ever remember. But the girls did great. Claire actually, for her first year with chickens, so Claire took chickens this year. She's my chicken mama. She got 3rd place out of 6 in her category, which was phenomenal for a first year showmanship of chickens at the age of 15 when all of the other kids have been showing for many years. So it was pretty exciting. Claire got 3rd. or 5th out of 10 in her classification, in her heat or her group for showmanship for the pigs, which was great. Natalie didn't do so good. Her pig just didn't want to cooperate, so she didn't do as good in showmanship. But pigs are all sold. They're all gone. We are pig free, and I'm so excited. But yeah, so they did very, very good. I'm very proud of them. And I think if Claire would have had a little bit more time to work with her pig, so she had like 3 weeks before she went to Europe, and then had 2.5 weeks. So, you know, we were a little worried about that. We tried to work with it some, but it's just not the same as Claire working with it. But she did phenomenal. We were really, really impressed with how good she did this year. Natalie also sold her quilt. I know a lot of you see me post it. She sold her quilt. And actually one of my really good friends, Dawn, most of you know Dawn from Ludington, purchased her quilt. So that was kind of a nice little added touch and a bonus to our Fair Week as well. So Fair Week is done. And the last big thing that we have going on is moving Natalie tomorrow and Saturday. Natalie's moving into an apartment with 2 of her girlfriends from college, well, actually from high school, that are also going to college. And after that, I actually feel like I can enjoy the last couple of weeks of summer because we don't have as much going on. But it's been fun and exciting and rewarding. And so if you hear anything going on in the background, she's packing up a few things right now. I'm also going to warn you guys at the very end of my Facebook Live, Claire is having her cello lesson. Like I said, this is my life. This is our house. But her professor will be here about 7:45. So you guys may hear a little bit of that in the background. But they're upstairs, I'm downstairs. But just want to tell you so that if you hear anything, that is my house tonight. So anyway, thanks, Janet. I agree. They did great with placing on all that as well. So anyway, there's our announcements. And so lots of things going on, but that's our fair update. And like I said, very hot day, but we survived it, and I'm glad it's behind us now. Okay, so you guys know the routine. If you share my video, you get into the drawing for prizes. And up for grabs, I announced last week, we had some iridescent pearls, basic jewels, and then some of the balmy blue and white variegated ribbon. So, you may hear her, Mary, because they practice right above me in the living room. So anyway, we have 2 winners of the prizes from last week. We have the winner of the ribbon is Janie Anderson. So congratulations to Janie. And again, you get your name in the drawing just by sharing my video. Okay, and then the winner of the iridescent pearls basic jewels is Gail Heisler. So congratulations to Gail and to Janie this week. Congrats, ladies. Okay, do you guys want to see what's up for grabs next week? It's always fun going into my little bag of tricks that I have. I call it my bag of tricks because I got all kinds of stuff in there. It's always fun to pull out what I want to give away this week. So this week I chose a package of the Neutrals Adhesive Backed Sequins. These have become one of my favorite products for embellishments in the new annual catalog because they're nice and flat. They have the adhesive on them, and they're neutral and go with so many different cards and different things that you make. And then I also pulled a bolt of the Wild Wheat ribbon. So those are the two prizes that we'll draw for next week. Again, just share my video, let others know about me, and you'll get into the drawing for that. So yay! Also wanted to talk to you about holiday catalog. So I've been getting some questions about the new mini catalog that comes out. And so as demonstrators, we were able to order from it, believe it or not, we were able to order from it yesterday. And I will have my stuff here tomorrow. Yay! I'm so excited. So I'm really thinking that next week's Facebook Live might be a showcase of some of the sneak peeks in the holiday catalog, if you guys are okay with that. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and that way you guys can kind of see it. Now again, you guys can't order from it though until September, I think it's September 6th when it goes live, unless you consider taking advantage of the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit. If you were to take advantage of the starter kit, you could get new product in your starter kit and get your hands on some of this amazing new holiday product right away. I will tell you the holiday catalog is phenomenal, and I'm not just saying that because I represent the company and share their products, but there's an amazing variety of things in this catalog to appease to so many different people. And one of the things that I really liked about it is there are some bundles in there for New Year's. We never have stuff in there for New Year's. There's some stuff in there for, like, the New Year one could also cross over and be used for 4th of July because it's fireworks and stuff. And then there's also some stuff in there that's all occasion, so you can kind of use it for a little bit longer than just the holidays. So anyway, lots of awesome things in there. I'll be designing like crazy. I won't be able to design probably much this weekend with moving Natalie, but I will be designing and playing with some of the new things. So the big question, when am I going to get my catalog? Hi, Sandy. So you will get your catalog hopefully within the next couple weeks. Any of you that have purchased from me, I tell you this all of the time, if you've purchased from me in the last year, you get a free complimentary catalog in the mail, and you should get that directly from Stampin' Up! Being sent to you. If you don't receive it by the end of August, I always say let me know and I'll get one in the mail to you so you have it in your hands before the start of the catalog going live, okay? So that's my new information on the new catalog. Classes that are opening tomorrow. So the one that you're seeing tonight, the Trucking Along is what I'm using tonight. And this is a class that's available for registration opening up. It actually opens up tonight, I think. And it will be in my email, in my newsletter. It goes out tomorrow. So if you have not joined my mailing list yet, encourage you to do that. Other classes I have going on this month are the Stargazing class. I have a class with that bundle. I have some cue cards using Hey Chuck. And then my Basement Bunch monthly club is using the Inked Botanicals this month, and the cards are gorgeous as well. So that registration closes on August 15th, but you're going to love that, class as well. Okay, the final event that I have going on that I want to make sure you all know about is my September retreat, my September Inked Botanicals retreat. So even if you can't attend, you can do a retreat in a box and get all the goodies sent directly to you. This is my fundraiser that I do every year for the St. Henry Center, which is a building here close to where I live that I use for all of my Stampin' Up! Events and things. And it's a building that needs some upkeep. And so my way of giving back is to do a fundraiser. They let me use the building, and it's been a huge asset for me to be able to have the space that I need to do certain things and to do events that I host for my team and my customers and all of that. So that event is September 15th and 16th. It's a crafting retreat. It starts on Friday and goes all day on Saturday. But you can also receive the optional classes in the mail and the make and takes and all that good stuff. So there's a link that includes an option for in-person and for the online. Online one will ship out to you after my in-person event. So I've been emailing about that. I've been posting it on my page. So just make sure you register because it's getting closer. And I need to make sure that I have enough projects and supplies and little gifties made, because I also give you guys cute little gifties. You'll get those with the online version as well. So just make sure you sign up for that event. Okay, you guys ready for the main event? This is so exciting. So these cards I literally just designed for you this past weekend, and I debated on whether or not I was going to do it or not, because, let me grab my stamp set real quick. Bear with me here. So this is the Trucking Along stamp set, and the Awesome Punch is unavailable right now, okay? So you cannot get the punch. It's not going to be available till like October, I think it's 16th is the estimated date. But 4 of the 5 projects that I made tonight, and I did not make a 3D project because tonight we're going to actually be doing the stamping. I don't have anything stamped in advance because I want you to see how awesome this stamp set is for designing beautiful trucks, okay? But the stamp set is available, and so that is why I'm showcasing it. You can purchase the stamp set for only $24, and when you see the projects that I design, if you haven't purchased the set, you're going to want to go ahead and grab it and nab it and have fun with it. There's also some really great ribbon that came out. So this stamp set's part of the online exclusives. And then there's also some ribbon, this beautiful red ribbon. And you'll see it up close when I transition my camera down. But it's red ribbon with some gold polka dots that I used on this as well. So like I said, I debated on whether or not to showcase this, but I'm like, yes, the stamp set is, you can do so much. And actually, I did make one card with just the punch, but I like the ones with the stamp set better. So hopefully you guys will see that there's still some value in getting the stamp sets. You can always get the punch later when it becomes available again, especially if you want to start making some fall and holiday themed projects, which is what you're going to see here tonight. Okay, so with that, I am going to transition my camera down to my stamp area and let you guys see the awesome things I have for you. And let's get doing some stamping. And Kim's hands are going to get nice and inky. All right, I do need to make sure I have a purple cloth though, so I will have to grab one from my table and get that. But so with that, let me You may have to wet it down. Okay, so with that, let me transition my camera down to my stamp area here and let you guys kind of see a little sneak peek of my, it's going to need to be rinsed out because I didn't rinse it out from when I used it. Please. Sorry, I'm having Natalie rinse it out for me. All right, so here's your little sneak peek, you guys. She heard me say that and went and grabbed one for me. Okay, so I do have, look at this, I have my host code already ready for August, you guys. How cool is this? All right, now if you have any questions along the way, please let me know, and happy to answer them and all that good stuff. Aren't they adorable? I do need to position my iPad so I can see your guys' comments better. Okay, so first of all, anybody who wants to put in an order through me, you have until Sunday night. You'll receive 3 of these cards in the mail for free if you put in that minimum order. Now, this will also be a class that you can purchase where you will receive all of the supplies to make these 10 cards. Now, you will, though, need to have the Trucking Along stamp set, okay? So this is the host code. It's also on my website at kimsbasementbunch.com. Is already updated. I have committed myself to be more on the ball beginning with August now that my life is kind of back on track. So host code is done for August, you guys, and it's only August 3rd. Go me, right? Give me some hearts, you guys. Go me. All right. So now I'm going to show you the Trucking Along stamp set up closer here. So this is the stamp set. And you can see that you got really good, I love you guys rock. So you can see the different variety that you have here. You have the stamp, it has the outline, it has this one that you can then stamp inside to color. You've got your wheels, all these different things you can put in the back of your truck. And so with that, let's get started. I also should show you the punch. Even though you cannot get the punch right now, I will show you the punch. So this is the punch right now. Okay, but the punch is not available. However, almost all of the cards that I created for you, like I said, I've created using just the stamp set that is available for $24. All right, so let me move the projects out of the way here, and we will get started with this one right here. Now, a few of the other things that I'm going to show you that I used with this with these cards tonight. I used the Nested Essentials dies. So I found that these dies were perfect for adding some of the trucks on top of, adding the different little sentiments. These dies have become a new staple for me. I've used them in a couple of classes already, but you get different like rectangular stitches, you get these like diamond type shapes, they all layer together, and then these banner pieces, and I really like them. I use them, I think, on almost every single card here tonight. Well, maybe not all of them. And then I also use the wood grain embossing folder because, you know, country themed has to have a little wood grain with it. And then the other thing that I used, so this is the cool thing. This is the, let me see the name of the paper. The Let's Go Fishing paper. So if you remember when I did my fishing cards, I used all these different fishing designs. However, on my projects tonight, I used the opposite side of the Let's Go Fishing paper, and it paired up very nicely for me to use all of these paper patterns to make some beautiful Trucking Along cards. Okay, so you can just see some of these different patterns that I used. Again, they're all kind of cut because I used this pack to make my cards. The only piece I did not use is this one right here. Other than that, I used the back of every single one of the pieces of the paper from the Let's Go Fishing Designer Series paper. So again, kind of thinking outside of the box, you can always use different colors of paper or different packs of paper for different things that you're looking for. You don't have to always just use it for fish. So we're gonna go from fish to trucks. Okay, hi Peggy, and welcome. All right, so this is going to be the first card that we are going to create together, and you can see I use, it's probably one of my favorite papers in that Gone Fishing is that beautiful plaid one. I really like that one. I think it is really pretty. Now this is the only project that I used the punch for. Everything else that you're going to be seeing me do tonight, I did not use the punch. I used the stamp set. Okay, so for this card base, I used the Wild Wheat. And okay, so I'm going to show you that ribbon up close too. So here's that beautiful ribbon up close. It is real red paired with the gold, and I think it looks so neat against the wild wheat. It makes that wild wheat almost look gold as well, doesn't it? Kind of pair nicely. Yeah, I love that. So this ribbon is also an online exclusive. It came out at the same time as the truck, and to me it kind of screamed, pair me together, pair me together. So I did. All right, so with that, I have a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of very vanilla cardstock, and then I have I believe this is a 2-inch by 5 1/4, and then a 2 1/4 inch. So, you know, you have the little bit that goes over on that. So we're just going to adhere these two together. So look at them pretty fishies. Yep, we're just going to cover those fish right up. So that is the neat thing with this paper, is that we're using the opposite side and going to get a completely different look. And no one's going to know that that paper was designed for the fishing bundle. Okay, so we're going to adhere this down to the card. You're going to have, let me get the card base out of here. I always hate the card base in my way. So you're going to have a little bit of that very vanilla. I used it with very vanilla on each side here. And if it goes over a little bit, you can just trim it. So I ended up, when I designed these, I cut enough for my Facebook Live for all of you. So I cannot, if anything's not cut right, it's totally my fault because I did it myself this time. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. We're going to stamp the special delivery stamp using the Mossy Meadow ink. Again, I did not do any of the stamping. I'm like, I'm going to do all of my stamping with them. So here we have, and these are those nestle dies that I told you about. So I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp the special delivery with the Mossy Meadow ink. Okay, I'm going to leave that open because I'll be coming back to that. And then I have these two shapes right here that I'm just going to layer together. But I'm going to first stamp the little tree and the back of it, okay? So with that, let me find my tree. I do have everything on my blocks already to save me a little bit of time. So this is the tree that goes in the back of the truck. And I just kind of estimated where I wanted it. What I ended up doing when I made my sample is I kind of put my truck where I thought I wanted it to go, and then just kind of eyeballed it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this. And then I'm just going to put the truck, you'll see how the truck fits perfectly in around that. But first we're going to build our truck. So like I said, this is the only one that I did use where I did use the punch, okay? Now everything else tonight, we're going to just do some simple stamping. So for this one, do I not have a second wheel? Yeah, I do. See, I know I did a wheel. I am going to adhere. So what I did, I think, I got to remember what I did. I think I glued my wheels onto the front of my truck. Now you could also do them, you know, a little bit, you could cut it down if you wanted to, but I'm just going to add a little bit. You can get creative with this. I wanted mine to look actually kind of like a little bit like a monster truck. So I made it kind of raised up a little bit. So you can also lower it closer to the ground. Like my son's got one of those trucks on. There it all came out. Let me get that off there. Okay. But you can also lower it a little bit, you know, make it more squatty if you want, for lack of a better word, but I don't want it to be too squatty. Okay, so get a little too much glue on there, but that's okay. So then we're just going to add the little wheels on here. So this is how you can do your little builder truck. You just want to make sure your wheels are kind of even so that you don't have one down a little bit lower than the other. Okay, and then you also punch out a window. So these I punched out using the scraps of Pebbled Path. But you could also use, you know, black if you wanted to. I went with Pebbled Path, and we're just going to adhere this cute little window here like that. And then I did put the little fenders on with some dimensionals. So mini dimensionals would work perfect for this, but oh, I do have some here. So I'm just going to add a couple of mini dimensionals to these. And again, this is the only project tonight that you're going to see me using the punch for, because I really wanted to focus on what you guys can get. Now, as I mentioned though, that punch will be coming back, not till like October. And some of you might be wondering, why is it so late when those come in? So our punches are not manufactured in the United States. They are manufactured in China. And so the lead time on getting them here is a good 90 days sometimes. So that is why some of our dies and some of our punches take so long to get here. So I always say to tell my customers, so I'm going to mention it to you guys, if there's a stamp set or bundle that you know you want in the holiday catalog and it has a punch that goes with it, I really encourage you to get it as one of your first items, so that way it's guaranteed for you to have it. Now I ended up gluing my truck just directly on to this. I did not do any dimensionals on it, but you'll see that this will line up perfectly. Look at that. Perfectly with that little tree in the back. Isn't that cool? So, so cool. And so like I said, this is the only one where you can do the build a truck. Now I could have also inked with a sponge dauber around the edges of the fenders and made that stand out a little bit, but yep, you can see I made a mistake on the back of that, but I don't waste cardstock. You'll see a card with that here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna glue that on there like that, and then I did put this entire piece on with dimensionals right here, okay? So this is gonna go on with dimensionals, and I'm gonna use some regular sized for that. But again, look at this. So this card says special delivery. Now, if I change the color of that truck, it wouldn't have to be like, it wouldn't have to look like Christmassy-ish. You know, this truck could be, you're going to see many projects tonight with different colors of trucks. You could do it in different colors to make it fall themed. Heck, they've even got like in the background of the, or in the, for the back of the truck, they even have tropical, like the palm trees to make it like if you're in Florida or somewhere like that. All right, so this is just gonna go down here on the bottom like that. I did put some ribbon around this up here. So I'm just gonna add some ribbon across the center here. Let me find my scissors. So this is kind of how I tied in the red, is by making my little truck red. And these cards were so fun to do. I actually enjoyed all of the stamping. I didn't know for sure if I would. But I made myself do it so that way when you guys see how easy it is, like I said, if you don't have this stamp set yet, you're gonna be like, okay, order it up for me, you sold me, because it's so simple. If you don't like to color, this is the stamp set for you, because this one's got stamps that make all the coloring, do all the coloring for you. All right, so I'm just gonna adhere this down to my card. It's on there a little crooked, I don't like that. There we go. Much better. So this is going to go onto my card base now, onto my wild wheat. And then this is also going to go on with a couple of dimensionals as well. It's so cute. Now I did not use any embellishments on these cards. I was going to use some kind of an embellishment, but I liked them without. And I'm like, you know what? They're perfect just the way they are. All right, so a little trick of the trade I'm going to show you with this ribbon. On the back side of this ribbon, it is not the same. So on the back side of the ribbon, it is more, now you could use it that way if you liked it better. It's the complete opposite of what you're seeing on this side. But when you put the ribbon underneath here and you go to tie it on, if I was to just tie it like this, you're going to have one that is the wrong way, one that's the right way, and I want them both to be the right way. So what you do is you're going to put this in here like that. You're going to tie it around like this, okay? And then before I pull it through, I twist it again, and I hang on to it, and then I pull it, and I force it to both be laying the same way. And then you may have to just play with it a little bit more, but by twisting it like that, you're kind of forcing it to lay the way that you want it. So a little tip there, you just got to manipulate the ribbon a little bit, show it who's boss. How's that? Okay, so there you have our first card. What do you guys think? Isn't that cool? Cool, cool, cool. All right, so my next card that I'm going to be showing you is this one right here. I want to bring it in this way. All right, is this one right here, okay? So this one, you're going to see that I did a lot of stamping. Isn't that cool? Oh, so, so cool. All right, now this one stamps on here, kind of very close, but it works, okay? So this one, actually, do I want to start with that one? Yeah, I'll start with this one. All right, so all of my trucks, what I did to start with my trucks is I did all of my outline of my trucks using the Memento black ink. So you have an outline right here, right? So, and I'm going to attempt to stamp these without a mat. So if any of them become a little funky, just go with it, okay? How's that? So you're going to stamp the outline, and usually I like to kind of just, it sticks to it. I like to pull it up a little bit, and it rub the back of it, and it gives it a little bit of a better stamped image. All right, then we're going to use the real red. So there is a solid image. Okay, here's the solid image. So we're going to ink that up, and this is going to line up perfectly with the truck. Ready for the magic? Look at that. You don't even have to color the truck. Okay, then it gets even better. So then we're going to bring the black back in. I'm going to actually leave all my ink pads open, so I hope I don't make a mess. Because you also have, woo, then I almost dropped the black. Thank goodness I didn't actually just drop it. But you also have the wheels. So we're going to ink up the wheels using the Memento Black. And can you guys see them right there? And those line up perfectly on the wheels. Okay, who's not oohing and ahhing over this? Is that not amazing? Okay, then we're going to do the back. So I put the gifts in there. So you have two different gifts. You have an outline and then you have a solid. So we're going to do the black first in the outline. So you just got to make sure that you have the outline first. This will line up perfectly right on the back of the truck. Okay. And then I'm using the Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to ink up. This is the solid one that will color in just some of the gifts, and you line it up. You can see right through it, and voila. Okay, you guys, have I not sold you yet on this amazing stamp set? Like, this is just flipping cool. I love it. Okay, so anyway, with that, I'm going to move all my ink pads out of the way, and now we can actually work on putting our card together because we have our cute little truck all stamped, and I did not have to color any of that. And you guys, usually I have to pull these things closer to me to stamp, to line it up. It's so easy to line it up. Yes, lots of fun, Shireen. Wait till you see some of the other options that I've done too for this. So, and if I don't get to putting all the cards together, I want to try to get through as much of the stamping as I can because I want you guys to see how cute and fun and how Stampin' Up! Really thought through these cards with all the different options of what you can put in the back. It is just so, so cool. All right, so for this one, because I did a red truck, so this one is definitely themed for Christmas, right? So I have a real red piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and then a piece of the very vanilla that I embossed with the wood grain. So that way it is, yes, Luann, I love this stamp set too. It's so fun, so, so fun. And so hopefully this gives you guys some ideas of ways to use it without having the punch. And like I said, I honestly like the detail that you can get with all of the different stamping to be able to use the stamp set. Like, I honestly feel like I might not even use the punch all that often because I really like it with all the stamping. So this little piece of paper is 1 1/4 inch by 5. This is 1 1/2 by 5. And so we're just going to adhere these two pieces together and put them on here like this. So you have a little bit of a border. Again, this paper is from the fishing bundle. So they're the Fishing Designer Series paper. And if it's a little bit too long, you just trim it off with your paper snips. And then this I adhere down right along the middle of this just to add a little bit of color to it. So it's going to go right in the middle like that. And of course, you know, the ribbon, we got to have the ribbon. So we're going to do the ribbon across the middle. So cute, so fun. And I did use the pebbled path. So that is the one thing I know most of you know that I do this. I like to kind of keep with the same colors because, I mean, if you guys want to duplicate these cards, I don't want you having to buy 20 million different colors of cardstocks and things like that. So I do try to keep it pretty using the same colors and things like that. So that way you can easily duplicate them. But you guys know you can always substitute the colors for what you have as well and get creative with it and make the truck any color that you might want. All right, now we're going to put that on with some dimensionals. So let me find my dimensionals. Here we go. So just going to put these on like that. And, oh, thank you, Lori. And Lori, you're on your honeymoon. So exciting. I'm glad you finally posted a couple pictures. I was beginning to wonder if you ever were. So Lori, one of the gals watching, got married on my birthday on July 29th. So congratulations to her. And she is on her honeymoon and watching me. Why are you watching me? You should be having fun with your husband. All right, you can see I'm also twisting this one around to do the exact same thing. And then we're just going to trim this off. And this one, like I said, I did make themed for Christmas. I'm just picking on you, Lori. But congratulations to you, my dear. Lori is one of the gals that does my online bingo every single month. So just very happy for her. All right, so with on a little 1/2 inch strip, we are going to stamp the wishing you a festive Christmas. And pardon my reach across. I hate reaching across the middle like that, but to get my ink pads, I kind of have to. We're just going to stamp the wishing you a festive Christmas right on the end of it. And then I did my normal, because Kim Vogel was in a hurry to design, and whoops, smudge. I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'm going to adhere that down with some dimensionals. So yes, this stamp set is amazing. I might even have, I think I may have gotten one of these bundles for my bingo prize. So if any of you did not get it, you might want a chance to win it. Sign up for my online fun party online bingo scheduled for August 16th. We do that every single month, and we have so much fun with it. But I do think I do have one of these for my prizes. All right, so there you have it. That awesome card that I created with that stamp set. Now I got to make sure. So Natalie, you're cleaning off all my stamps, right? Okay. I'm making Natalie sit here for a little bit, so she won't be too upset with me, but she has to help me. All right. So this is my next one. So again, look at this one, you guys. It is not Christmas related at all. But again, I wanted to pair it with that awesome, the awesome ribbon. So I used the navy. Look at that pretty, the navy with this piece of paper. Also from the fish stuff. Isn't that cool? All right, so before I bring in the card base, I did use Night of Navy. I'm going to do all of the layering first because I don't want to have to worry about that. So this is, let me hand her those stamps. So this is the, again, fish on the other side, fish on, but we're going to use the denim part, the denim piece here, which I think fits perfectly with this card. And this one, you can see I just made this look like it was an old-fashioned truck and put the little railing on the back. How fun is that? So the piece of real red is 5 1/4 by 4, and then the other piece is 5 by 3 3/4. So yeah, I told her in order for me to help her move tomorrow, so I took the day off from work, she had to help me tonight. So that is what she's stuck doing. So she's sitting here laughing at me, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to add the ribbon across the middle here. That's how it works, right, ladies? Like, you know, you want to help me, then you want me to help you, you have to help me. I told her I would only take a little bit of her time, only had to help me while I do the actual cards. But don't you guys agree for these, you really wanted to see the colors or to see the stamping? To me, that's what kind of makes this right now, is that it just kind of all flows together. All right, so I'm going to fold the card base in half because I want to adhere down my my piece since it's kind of sticky on the one side. So we're going to adhere this down to my card base. Oh, I didn't fold that the greatest. Let me fold this better. You guys want to see some magic again with the stamping? Because it's so fun. So fun. Thank you, Luann. I know this card is fun too. And again, this card does not have to be themed for Christmas. It's just themed. To me, this one's kind of just themed more of a country look. Okay. So I use those nested essentials dies. I use the diamond pieces, and we're going to stamp the truck right onto this main piece right here. And then we're going to adhere it down to this one. And then I just entered my sending you sunny thoughts. Now all these sentiments, doesn't it, Janet? I agree. That's why I said you don't even need the punch. All of these sentiments are from that stamp set as well. So we're going to pull this up right here, and we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to start with the outline of the truck. So here we have it. She's on the ball. She's getting this, you guys. She's got these lined right up for me. Okay, we're going to stamp this right in the middle. Okay, so there's my outline. And then for this one, I used boho blue for the solid. So remember that was red before. We're going to ink it up with the boho blue. And watch how this just perfectly goes. Look at that, you guys. This is so fun. There's my boho blue truck. And then the wheels. We're going to use the wheels. And can you see what this is? If you enjoy stamping, this is so fun. Like sometimes I just like to sit and stamp and not have to always get up and go to the Stampin' Boss die cut machine. And I just want to sit and just do mindless stamping. This would be perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. So now we're going to use and do the little back part. So let me find my, I don't want to lose that. I've already lost one of them. Okay. So we are going to do pecan pie. Oh no, sorry. We're doing the outline first. So we're going to use the basic black for the outline. And I'm just going to stamp that up. Have it on the stamp crooked, so that's not going to work. So let me get it a little bit straighter. There we go. So I'm just going to ink that up. This one I may have to move a little closer, but we're just going to go with it. You guys will get the gist of it. So I went down a little low, but you get it. And then we're going to do the solid one. And this one we are going to do with the pecan pie. So I'm going to hand that to you, Natalie, so you can put that away. All right. And this one we are going to use the pecan pie for the railing on the back. And I'm just going to line this up. So it's going to go down a little bit further, but that's okay. Whoops. You get the gist of it. There you have it. I may have to redo that. But again, you guys get the gist of it. It would cover that, fill that in right in. So you do not even need to color. No coloring needed. None, none, none. I know it. I'm off a little bit. Because again, it's hard to, you got to kind of pull them, some of those closer to you. But anyway, we are going to adhere this one down. I'll fix it later with a blend. That's the joy of it. If you stamp it wrong, you can fix it with a blend. But those two layered together perfectly. And then this is going to go on top of our card using some dimensionals. And then I added the sentiment. Again, really cool, right, you guys? Like, really cool. Quick and simple, easy stamping. Okay. I'm going to put a few dimensionals on the back of that. Exactly, Kay. I know. Cute and simple. I like it. Other than losing a stamp, I did lose one of my stamps. So I had to borrow one, but that's okay. I lost one of the railings for the back on mine when I was going to design these or clean up, and I must have accidentally dropped it somewhere. I looked everywhere, but I can't find it. So I'm like, oh well, we'll make it work. All right, this one I stamped Sending You Sunny Thoughts. So I did that in the boho blue. So there's Sending You Sunny Thoughts. And then I did the exact same thing on that one. I just cut that off. Added a couple dimensionals, and voila, you have a fun card. And this would really be nice too for masculine cards. So if you have like different masculine cards that you need, this could be a good stamp set for that. Birthdays, all kinds of stuff. All right. And if you really wanted to add some embellishments to it, you could, but I didn't think it needed it. So don't look at my messed up stamped one. Look at this one instead. Okay. And then the next one that I'm going to share with you, this one screams fall. Okay. So again, trying to give you guys a good variety. Look at this. Again, using that same stamp set, using all of the paper, everything. But look how cute this card is. So we're going to start with doing some stamping on it, okay? Now, I may not actually put this whole card together because I still do have one. Well, I might have time. I got time. All right, so let's do some stamping. Here you can see I incorporated some clouds. Now, there is an outline to the clouds, but I chose to just stamp the clouds on their own. I didn't want to use the outline. So we're just going to stamp a couple of clouds using the boho blue. Okay, you can stamp them wherever you want. And then we're going to stamp our truck again. So we're going to use the outline. I know, Sharina, aren't these cute? Oh, this one I actually stamped on the bottom down here, like the little, like it's a dirt path or dirt. So let me do that first. So I just stamped that in black. Again, also part of the amazing stamp set here. Let me make sure I stamp it the same way I did because, you know, I like to have it look, well, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to stamp that on the bottom. And then we're going to stamp the outline. So let me ink that up again, make sure it's still nice, and that's just going to go right on top there. like that. And then I use the Mossy Meadow. So again, I've been using the Mossy Meadow on some of my projects tonight. We are going to use the Mossy Meadow to ink up the truck and make it colored. Again, no coloring, just stamping. Voila. Look at that. And then the final thing, I love doing these trucks, you guys. They have been so fun. And then the final thing is, and I probably should re-ink my Mossy Meadow ink a little bit because I noticed that it's getting a little fuzzy looking, but it still gives you the good image there. And then the little tires, just go right on it as well. Look at that. Now, this one though, I did do the railing in the back, and then I also put like it had flowers coming out of it. So let's see if Kim can do a better job with that. Yes, thank you. You put that one here. I'm just going to leave that one there because I don't need it cleaned. It's the same color. All right, so we're going to put the railing on the back. Let's try this again. Might just get my head in here a little bit more. So I also have a little bit of a glare. There we go. There we go, much better. Okay, and then we're going to add in the brown. Wish me luck, you guys. Second time's the charm, right? Second time's the charm, hopefully. Okay, and I just heard my car alarm go off, which means Clara's professor, we call him Jamie, but he's really Dr. Feist, is here for her lesson. So if you guys hear the cello playing, I'm going to apologize now. But she was babysitting today, and normally she has her lesson at 5:30, and she wasn't here, so he accommodated her a little bit later after his class that he taught on campus. So he's just so awesome. All right, so now we're gonna try this again. I think I got it better. No, I didn't. All right, that's all right. I'm not giving up. I'm moving it closer to me. You guys are just gonna see the magic happen. All right, good enough. That one you have to work on a little bit more. But anyway, so there you have it. And then I added some flowers in the back. So these I did color. These I did not stamp, but I found it because I didn't know there was one. But there is a stamp that you can actually use to color in the flowers. So this one I did it automatically just by stamping the flowers, and then I colored the flowers in. So we are going to actually fix, first of all, I'm going to fix my back. This is the bronze, so it's not pecan, but we're going to color in this. So you can kind of tell it just still colors it in and makes it look nice. All right, so I used this bronze color to color the centers of my sunflowers. And then I used the Daffodil Delight to color the sunflowers themselves. Again, I wanted this card to kind of look like it was a fall themed. I know you guys were still on summer. Nobody wants to think about fall, but that's kind of where we're headed. And then I used the Mossy Meadow for the leaves and the stems. Ta-da! All right, now we're just gonna layer it all together. So this piece I think is about 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, maybe not 3 1/4, probably 2 by 3, maybe, I don't know, 2 1/2. I kind of just measured it and made a little bit of extra space for the clouds to go. So I don't really have this measurement. However, if you purchase this class, you will get the PDF tutorial sent to you, and you'll have all those amazing measurements. Because I do now, anybody who buys my classes, you get a PDF tutorial emailed to you for every single one of them. So that is something new that I started after the first of the year. All right, so this paper is cut, I've got a couple different layers going on here. So the layer right here is cut 5 1/4 by 4. Then I have 5 by 3 3/4, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So there's triple the layering on this one. But I loved it. I thought it was really cool. So we're just going to adhere that on there. This I did put on with some dimensionals. So we're going to do that here. So they're going to go in the 4 corners here. Like that. Isn't it cute? Uh-oh, Shelby said she lost the voice. Hopefully it came back. Nobody else, I don't think, has commented on that. So hopefully I'm good. It might just be Shelby, unfortunately. That up near the top. And then I used a strip of the wild wheat, and I did the Sending Sunny Thoughts Your Way, or sending you sunny thoughts. And that I just stamped in, thank you, in basic black onto, I'm gonna get that on my, there we go. Basic black onto the strip, half-inch strip of the wild wheat. Okay, and then again, all of these I kind of cut at the same angle. Thank you, Carol. Glad you like them. Again, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the versatility that this doesn't just have to be for Christmas. You can use this set to create, you know, spring themed. You could do fall themed. Just change out your colors and you've got beautiful cards. All right, sending you sunny thoughts. And then this will go onto the card base, which is a very vanilla. So cool, right? And then this is just going to get adhered down. So again, if you wanted to, like our metallic rustic dots would have been a good embellishment. I'll be honest with you, I took pictures of all of these cards before I had embellishments on them, and I didn't want to have to retake the pictures. And I'm like, you know what? They're fine. Because again, you guys can always edit and do whatever you'd like with these and have fun with it. So, all right. So there is that one. All right. Ready for my last card for the night, you guys? All right. Yay. Oh, thank you, Philomena. My pretty pink, right? All right. This is my last card for all of you tonight. And again, you can see here, I did the truck the same way, which we are going to stamp it. This piece of paper is from the, again, the fish paper. Okay, and we're just going to stamp our truck on the bottom of it. So, and I used the boho blue, and this I ended up finding out that there is a stamp that colors that in that I didn't even know existed. So I'm going to stamp this on the bottom. Oh, and I forgot that I also did that little strip. So this I'm going to put here for right now. Remind me, Nat, that I put that there. All right, and then we're going to stamp this. I'm not doing too shabby, you guys, for somebody who's not used to stamping in front of all of you. I was really nervous about that. I shouldn't say that. I still have one more card to do. Anyway, I used the boho blue again because I just liked the blue truck. I thought it was really sharp. And we're going to stamp that. And you can see right there that it didn't collect the ink the greatest. Just pick it up and rub it a little bit and it'll work perfect. I got that one off a little bit, but that's okay. And then we're going to do the tires. So the tires, again, are in the basic black. And you could also make your tires gray or any other color that you wanted to make them. But we're just going to stick with the black. And then we're going to do these flowers in the back of the truck. Okay, so these are just going to go right in the back, those cute little sunflowers. However, they do have a, let me change out the block here, put that on there. Can you see though it's got many little moving pieces and parts? So you definitely want to make sure you take care of your stamp set because you don't want to be like Kim and lose a piece. But they do have these little tops of the flowers that will go onto those flowers kind of perfectly. And colors them right in. Look at that. I actually did that one better than this one. Go me. And then I used my Mossy Meadow. And I'm just going to color in these leaves and the stems. And if you really want to, you can take a yellow, which I'm going to, I didn't on my sample, but I am going to on this one. And I'm going to stamp in or color in the centers of those flowers. Ta-da! Really just those two. That's okay. So cute. Anyway, like I said, I was just having a ball. Oh, fresh start. We got to stamp the fresh start on there. Oh, there it is. Thank you. And then I stamped with just the black ink. Every day is a fresh start. Put that up near the top like that. And then now I can close up all those. And then from here, I adhered this to my, so this is a 2 3/4 by, this one's a 4 by 3. So then this is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, so that it will kind of coordinate together. And then I'm just going to adhere these two together. And right in the middle is the perfect spot for, you guessed it, some ribbon. It kind of ties in those beautiful red flowers. So I put a little bit of this red ribbon right along the center of it. Now this ribbon though, you could also pair with other sweets for Christmas time. I mean, I think it'd be a really pretty red ribbon for you to do that with. So I'm just gonna put this around the center here like that and cut that off. And then we're gonna assemble the rest of the card. So I have a layer of boho blue that is 5 1/4 by 4, and then this layer is 5 by 3 3/4. Just gonna adhere those two together like that. And then this I did put on with some dimensionals in the 4 corners. So we'll do that. Yes, isn't the classic truck pretty? Hello, my sister. That's all right. You can be late to the party. You'll have to go back and peek at all these awesome cards, though. I can see you liking them as well. Okay, so, well, I'll bring them in here at the end and you'll be able to see them all. All right, so this is just going to go right here on the center like that. And then I did also do the little tie in the middle here. So let me do that here as well. I actually should have probably made one of these with the ribbon showing the opposite way, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looked like, but I'm always kind of not. So again, I'm pulling it and I'm twisting it. You guys see that I'm twisting it and then I'm pulling it tight to kind of make sure that that stays nice the way I want it. You just gotta kind of play with it and push it down, and it'll listen. It might take a little bit of coaxing, but it will listen. Okay. Let me do that one again. You're just going to go in there and twist and then just push it down. Okay? And then this is going to go onto our card base, and for that I used the wild wheat. But this would have looked good on the pebbled path as well. I just wanted to incorporate in, oh, I got black on that. That's okay. I wanted to incorporate in some of more color. Again, kind of thinking fall themed, since that's the season we're coming into. Voila! There you have it, and I'm in with my hour. I did it within an hour. All right, so let me bring in all of these cards again to show you what we created tonight with this amazing stamp set. So I'm hoping I convinced some of you who might have been on the fence about getting this since the punch is sold out, that you really don't need the punch to design beautiful cards. The only one that I used the punch on was this one right here. All of these other ones, I'm missing a card. Oh, here it is. All of these other ones I used just the stamping for. So you really do not need to have that punch to create beautiful cards, okay? You can kind of create with just stamping and having fun with it. Aren't they gorgeous though? So again, that stamp set is $24. And again, you don't need to have the punch. You just wouldn't be able to do this kind of effect. But to be honest with you, I really like the stamping so much better. To me, as Philomena mentioned, it's more of a traditional looking card and more of a classic looking truck. Thank you, Bonnie, the other Bonnie. I am glad that you guys like these. So anyway, like I mentioned, this is a class that will open up for registration tomorrow. There is an option for you to add the stamp set onto the class. I did not include the punch since I'm not able to get that punch. Or you can put in an online order from now until Sunday night. Here's my website at kimsbasementbunch.com. Click shop online. My August host code is right down here. It's also on my website as well for ease of you guys being able to see it. So anyway, thank you all so very much for joining me this evening and letting me share with you the awesome Trucking Along stamp set that you can get right now. It's available, so don't delay. Don't put off getting it just because there's no punch. Again, you can definitely create beautiful things just with the stamp set alone. All right. Thank you all so very much. You are welcome, Shireen and Pat. Again, I appreciate all of you joining me tonight, and I will be back with you next week for ready for the drum roll, and I want to see lots of hearts. I'll be giving you guys a sneak peek next week of the new holiday catalog or holiday product in the catalog. I can't actually show you the catalog, but next week we will just be doing a show and tell of new stuff to kind of get you guys thinking about, I know you don't want to think about fall yet, but get you thinking about the holidays. Look at all the love. I love it, you guys. All right. Thank you all so very much again for joining me. If you are we're late coming in, the replay will start here in just a little bit. And I see Gail just popped on. Gail, I'm going to mention that you won for sharing last week. So Gail, I'll be getting your prize in the mail to you. All right. Thank you all again so very much. I look forward to seeing you guys back here next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. All right. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone.